I'm Susanna Roderick. Thank you to everyone who is making the restoration of the Canterbury House possible by many generous donations. Canterbury House is an historic part of Springfield, Illinois. Its restoration was an important goal of my dad, Father Keith Roderick. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Curtis Mann. I'm the Springfield City Historian and manager of the Sangamon Valley Collection at Lincoln Library. I applaud the group of people that are working to preserve this building, the Canterbury House, for the future. The church and its history has been here for over 100 years. It's nice to see a group of people dedicated to preserving the history. Historic preservation is not just the building, it's also preserving the history of this community and its past. I encourage people to give funds to the Canterbury House to help it succeed in its project.
For our lesson today, I'd like for us to talk about Abraham Lincoln. Did you know he was very important to this building, Canterbury House? First, let me tell you about Abe and Mary Lincoln and this very building. Canterbury House is so important to our memory of the Lincoln family. Do you know that? No? St. Paul's Church was formed in 1835 with only 15 members. Judge Samuel Treat was a St. Paul's church warden for over, you ready for this, 52 years. Wow. Beginning in 1839, Father Dresser was called to St. Paul's to be the priest. And he lived in a one-story house he built on the corner of 8th and Jackson Streets. When Abraham and Mary decided to be married in 1842, they were married by Father Dresser in a small ceremony surrounded by family and friends. So, in 1844, just a couple of years after Father Dresser of St. Paul's married Abe and Mary, the Lincolns bought the Dresser home. Do any of you know why Canterbury House, this house that we are sitting in right now, is so important today? There is a very old and important book stored here. So let me tell you about it. This book was carefully copied and recorded, all the early church records, and that includes the record of Mary and Abe Lincoln's marriage.
Welcome to Canterbury House. I'm very glad to talk with all of you today. Canterbury House is very important to me because this is where the marriage document for Mary and me is kept and displayed. Can you believe it's still here? I'm very worried because age and time has caught up with Canterbury House. As you can see, the very roof is fallen in. You see, this is a very important time because I'll be coming home to Springfield in May of 2015. It'll be the 150th anniversary of my funeral, and I know that many people will want to visit the Canterbury House and see the marriage record that belongs to Mary and me. But St. Paul's must be ready, and Canterbury House must be repaired. So we are asking for anyone and everyone to please help us gather donations to fix up Canterbury House. We're not asking for much, but anything you can give will be for good. Please help us restore Canterbury House, not only to protect the marriage record, but to protect a valuable part of not just the history of Illinois, but the history of the United States. Remember, I'll be back.
We hope you will donate generously to help us restore our historic Canterbury House for the benefit of present and future generations. We invite you to visit Canterbury House as well as the Cathedral Church of St. Paul at 815 South 2nd Street in Springfield, Illinois. Thank you very much.
Canterbury House is not only important, to the people of Springfield and the citizens of Illinois, it reaches far beyond our borders. So it's important all of us are involved in helping restore Canterbury House to the way it ought to be. It's important to our generation and to the ones that follow. Thank you.